Rob G, we do have news coming out of Miami.
Welcome to the city where the heat is on. Welcome to Miami. Sorry.
Well, don't play that song because you'll have to say goodbye to Miami because all signs pointing to Tua Tagovailoa days being numbered down in South Beach. Talked about it a little bit yesterday, and now it's been confirmed. Mike McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins are benching their QB1, Tua Tagovailoa. Not only is he being benched, he's not even the backup anymore. He is now the emergency third quarterback behind rookie Quinn Ewers and Jets legend Zach Wilson. According to Mike McDaniel, he said, quote, Quinn's getting the start because he gives us the best chance to win. Tua's future uncertain.
You want to go first?
Well, look, it's simple to me. Tua is a product of when you're not the it person. You know, you ever been like when you were out in the streets, Rob, or you looking at a young lady, you got the perfect girl, and you get a lot more grace when you look the part. If she's exactly how you like physically, she's 5, whatever. She's got these assets. She's smart. She's got this great smile. She's not missing a tooth. She's got a
Wow.
I'm just saying her, not you.
Okay.
She's got a job, everything great.
What'd you say?
You know what you'll do? You'll allot a lot of grace when she's stacked like that. When she's got it going on like that, you start to allow, well, maybe she snapped a little attitude at me. Or, yeah, well, maybe she has a little late problem, but I can deal with that. When she's got it going on like that. And Tua is the opposite. Because he's the little engine that could, we always are looking for the faults in Tua. You know, Tua's not strong enough. Tua's too small. His arm isn't this. He can't really run. And I think part of that also stems back from college. He was a little backup that came in and had the nice Disney moment and came in and saved the day in a big game. And I think he always viewed that way. I don't think he's ever been viewed fully as a franchise guy, at least particularly in the league, and now it seems within his own organization. And I also think he is dealing with the concussions, where you still look at him as, man, he's a hit away. He's a hit away. And then when he does something great, you kind of ignore it. I don't know anybody who's had more nice games that we never bring up. We never bring it up. We don't talk about it. That's a good game. That's a great throw. We just move on. And I also think he is being the byproduct or the scapegoat for a lot of chaos down there in Miami. Mike McDaniel's let them run a asylum at times. A lot of miscommunication issues. Guys aren't happy. Guys leaving, talking bad. Guys on the team. Tyreek Hill loves him, then he does it. Now he hates him again. And I think he's kind of become easy to be the scapegoat or the fall guy. I'm not saying he's been great every year. He's got 15 interceptions. He's leading the league. You don't want to be that, obviously. But what did we talk about a couple days ago? They had went on a 4-game winning streak. They had quietly been getting better and better and back to what they hoped they'd be. And I feel like he often can be the scapegoat. But again, I just think he is, because he never had the assets, he never walked in as the big guy. He's never been the Justin Herbert prototypical. He looks the part. I feel like he was always fighting an uphill battle. And anytime that one of those issues would arise, it was confirmation bias why he is not the guy, why Tua ain't that. And that's why. Because he's been equally as good as many and not as bad as we've made it out to be.
I agree with you. And I think the whole thing, it stinks. It reeks. I'm going to call it Tua fish because it's that bad.
I could go for some right now, but don't laugh, Rob. I told you, don't laugh.
I got my hand over my mouth. No, seriously. This is outrageous. This is a desperate coach who's trying to push the blame. Before the last game, which was bad, I'll raise my hand. It was bad. He played poorly. They had just won 4 games in a row. What are we talking about? I wish somebody down there in Miami would have said to the coach, right? This season, Tua has a higher passer rating than Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Jaden Daniels, and only 1 point behind where Patrick Mahomes was. That's the guy you're benching for 2 scrubs behind him, and he's the third quarterback.
And mind you, Ewers underachieved.
Okay?
He was supposed to be that guy, and it never worked out. So you don't act like he's that guy.
Right. This is what I'm saying. And in his career, if you compare him to his peers like Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, and Jordan Love, guess what? Tua is number 1 in win percentage, number 2 in passing yards per game, number 2 in passer rating, and tied for first in Pro Bowl nods. What are we doing here? No wonder Miami reeks of bad Tua fish. What is going on? Look at the man as the whole, and he dropped the 70 piece. And we're not talking about nuggets. There was 70 full pieces of chicken. Do you remember the game? Like, what are we? It's always Tua's fault, no matter what's going on there in Miami. I get it. Because he was a tossed salad, because he got banged around.
Yeah.
They always look at it like whenever something goes wrong, just blame that guy. Blame the little lefty who can't stay healthy. Seriously. But the numbers, would you bench Justin Herbert? I just gave you. These are his peers.
Man, the league is still drooling, waiting for him to become the guy.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. It's mind-boggling, and you wonder all the time why certain organizations don't win. Why the Dolphins haven't won since, indeed, Moby Dick was a guppy. I mean, it's so fitting for those fins. That organization, dead fish laying around in the water. Awful.
I just think, too, the issue with them, and I was telling Rob G this, I think the other issue with Miami specifically is Mike McDaniels hasn't been as bad as it seems at times, and Tua hasn't either. But when they're bad collectively, it looks bad.
I'm done with Mike McDaniels.
Right.
I don't care if he's black or white. I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Either way.
What in the Michael Jackson are you talking about right now?
Rob, I kid you not. I looked at Elijah and I was like, there's no way Rob Parker's defending a black quarterback right now. He's like, he's not black. I was like,
he's
okay.
not black.
That makes sense.
He's the Samoan sniper.
Yes.
Is his nickname.
But I'm talking about the coach.
He's talking about the coach.
Who doesn't even know which way, if he's black or white. I'm just saying.
The issue with them is they fizzled out in the playoffs. I told you, we talked about this last season. You got mad issues. Tyreek Hill, this guy, the big story comes out. Mike McDaniels has all these guys coming in late, never checking them. And so then Tua has to be the guy to kind of check people, and it doesn't really seem authentic coming from him. So when they aren't great, it is also then becomes a spectacle down there. And that adds to why it looks even worse. Because they, as you mentioned there, they haven't been bad together, the coach and the quarterback, as far as how they've been over the last 5 years since they've kind of really started their run. They haven't been horrible. But when it is horrible, it looks bad. When it is horrible, it's a lot of yakety yak and talking and beef, and guys don't like this. And now Tyreek Hill putting the thank you out there, the peace sign, and then saying little stuff. By the way, I don't like Tyreek Hill, drives me crazy. 1 minute you love to remember, oh, he's more accurate, he's more this than Patrick.
He was
I love
right
it.
about that.
Then
saying.
Look, I'm saying don't be my guy. Then don't be my guy when
agree.
the chips are on down. Don't not be my guy now. If you ride with me, you ride with me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of fair weather. But yeah, Tua hasn't been great. You can't have 20 touchdowns and 15 interceptions.
No,
but the idea that he is the reason why this team has been mediocre or up and down, or to act like he's fully full of blame. Mike McDaniels, I do need you to get some of that mirror and put some of that half that smoke on you too. I need you to look in that mirror too. All right, Rob, so they're watching us right now, which means another thing they can do is what?
They can subscribe. All you got to do is hit that button, subscribe to The Odd Couple for some of the best sports talk content in the nation.
Facts, and while you're at it, they can like, they can comment, they can share. Do all that for us. We appreciate it. Just do all that right up in here.